Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wawa, and I'm back with another viewer replay match. We are gonna be seeing a Zerg versus Protoss replay. It is gonna be RaphaeL, will be spawning at the top left corner of the map as the Reg Zerg, going up against xfgBASA, who will be spawning at the bottom right corner of the map as the blue Protoss. Map we have right now is wow. I actually forgot what the name of this map is. Arid Plateau, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is Arid Plateau. It is one of the new maps in the ladder pool. It is a 1v1 map, two Thanagar towers in the middle. It is actually a pretty good sized map, but again, this is kinda annoying. Because if you check out this natural, look at this natural base right here. It is really close to your main base natural, but again, on the other side, there's like a small choke right here, and then another entranceway towards your natural, and then there's more room right here. But then again, there is a way to your third base right here towards to the high ground, but your third base is also exposed with backdoor rocks right here. So it's a pretty tricky map. It's kind of hard to get used to. I believe this map, if I'm not mistaken, it's like Blistering Sands. It's another version of Blistering Sands, or maybe Salnaga Caverns. Yeah, maybe it's like Salnaga Caverns. I don't know. There's more bases here though. Looks like there's more base here. But anyways, moving on. We have a Zerg versus Protoss player. How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are doing okay. And this is pretty much a diamond level replay. A diamond from the SEA server. We do have RaphaeL. I'm not really familiar with RaphaeL. Most likely he is one of those ladder warriors and such, and just committed to just training in the ladder and such, which is always admirable. Hopefully he does well as well. Basa, on the other hand, he is from Team Extreme Filipino Gamers. He actually is one of the founders, I believe, of Extreme Filipino Gamers, and one of these people that really are passionate in Starcraft. Actually talked to him a couple times already. He's a pretty nice guy. Actually doing a thesis paper on esports and such, and why it's good to have esports team events in the Philippines, which is awesome, you know. Mad props to this guy, and hopefully he's gonna be able to be okay with his thesis paper and such. Wish him all the best. But anyways, moving on, we do have a Forge Fast Expand here coming out of the base of Basa. Let's see how he is gonna be able to transition out of this, or what's he gonna do afterwards. Most likely we will see some Stargate play. Maybe just a pure all gate or warp gate play, and might see some two base all in. You know, those are pretty common stuff right here. And it's actually more interesting how he's gonna wall things off. Look at that, he's actually gonna block that off with just one pylon. Maybe this area as well can be blocked by a pylon, and then completely walling it off with a building here. Maybe a forge, maybe a gateway. We never know. Do have RaphaeL doing the same thing, gonna go for an early expansion. He did not go for a first or hatch first though, because speed is about to be done right here for RaphaeL. So RaphaeL should be okay for now. He's gonna be able to macro up. Look at that, he's actually doing the smartest thing, checking for any proxy gateways and such, or proxy pylons and such. He was able to find the probe though, so that's actually always good, as he is gonna go for another hatchery right here. Let's see if he knows already what he's up to. Doesn't look like he knows already what he's up against. He doesn't really see anything at all. But again, that's one of the key things, I guess. He doesn't really see anything at all. He allowed his overload to pass through there, did not see anything, so he's just assuming that there's already an expansion on the way right here for Basa. I don't think he knows. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what's base or what timing the base goes down for Basa. I've seen a couple of replays of Basa though. I believe he's usually one of those players that's pretty creative. He does a lot of different styles of opening and such, and he actually does well with them. With a little bit more, how do you say that? Refurbishing? No. Refurbishing? No. Polishing. There you go. With a little more polishing, and his plays and such, it should be pretty awesome, and could destroy even Master League players. But we'll see that in the future, as we do have right here researching +1 right now is Basa. This is drone production galore right here. on the other side. Though it is now 33 against 31. I'm actually expecting that RaphaeL should be way ahead right now in terms of harvester count here, because he's been on 3 base already. Actually, he's rolling up all and all and all. Nothing has even come out of the base of BASA at this moment. But again, it is also the same thing for BASA though. He just also kept on making drones and probes and probes and probes, and that's pretty much it. He is going to be making a couple more gateways here inside the base, so we might see a gate timing push right here. We should see a Robo Bay very, very shortly here, as we do see a Roach Warren on the way as well for BASA, or for RaphaeL, excuse me, and an Evo Chamber, just in case he is gonna get he's gonna encounter some airplay, and also gonna be researching some upgrades. But again, yeah, this is pretty much the right time right here to start your +1s and such. 8 minutes in the game. He's just really focusing on droning up right now, not even focusing on gas, only allowing 1 or 2 dudes or 3 dudes right now back in gas, starting to mine back and trying to make, I believe, some tech heavy units. Maybe gonna be transitioning to lair very, very shortly. He should though, he should tech to lair so he can research that roach speed that is actually pretty crucial in any kind of defense. He's doing quite well with creep spread, I have to say. Creep spread wise, he's doing pretty okay. Look at that, this creep tumors right here, almost the base at the 3rd base of his, so that's really quite impressive. Spine Crawler is actually gonna go down here on the small choke, which is actually not bad, not a bad decision at all. You would want a Spine Crawler here as well, which most likely will happen here as the Spine Crawler makes his way downwards. But we'll see though, a lot of defense spread right here for both players. This is also one of those things where this map is pretty tricky. Look at that, it's actually BASA here actually gonna be able to wall things off, so he can easily just expand right here for his 3rd base. Wow, this is actually looking like it's gonna be a little bit of Terminus style map right here. But there is still those backdoor routes, so he needs to keep an eye on those. He does have the pylon right there already, keeping an eye on those routes if ever it's taking any damage or so. Hallucinated Phoenix right here, gonna try to scout as much information as he can, as he does not see anything crucial at this moment. He does see the Roach Warren, that's pretty much it. Also another one right here by another hallucination right there, not gonna see at all. Well, nothing really here to see for now. We do have the Robo Bay just making 1 or 2 of those overseers. Let's look at the income tab again. We have 53 harvesters for BASA and 42 for our Zerg player RaphaeL. Pretty even stuff. Actually, no. I'm actually quite disappointed with our Zerg player. Why is he behind in terms of harvester? Like, he is not even being pressured as of this moment. There's no real reason why he should make that many warrior units this early in the game. He's not even gonna be attacking, or his opponents is not even gonna be attacking. This is one of those situations where you really need to keep an eye on your opponent. He doesn't even know that there's a base on the way right here, and that's actually one of the crucial things right there. But then he can actually easily assume that there's gonna be a 3rd base on the way for BASA because of the fact that this area got walled off here. So he should be very, very comfortable of droning up again. Oh no, supply block right here for RaphaeL, making 5 overload at the same time. That's actually not really the one thing you want to see. Ugh, scary stuff right here for RaphaeL right now. He might be a little bit behind, he might be a little bit in trouble, but again, it's all about defending that initial push coming out of the base of that Protoss player. As the blink is on the way here, another forge is on the way. Upgrade wise, let's look at the units right now. We do have +1 in attack, and that's pretty much it for a Protoss player. We do have 1-1 as well, or +1 attack for our Zerg player. Still pretty even up, and we do have a 4th hatchery on the way right now. Finally, for RaphaeL, he needs to take advantage of this moment. Just drone up, drone, not make much of any warrior units at this moment. Need to keep an eye on what's happening though on his opponent. As of this moment, he hasn't even made an overseer. There's no overseer in sight at all. There's no changeling. Do have one Zerg right here checking out the most likely 4th base of the Protoss player, but again, that's not really advisable. You need more vision than that. You want to keep an eye on almost everywhere in the map, because BASA does have his observers. Let's look at the field right now. We do have 2 observers right here roaming around the field, keeping an eye on what's happening outside the base of RaphaeL. He sees that there are spine crawls on the way, so he's pretty confident that RaphaeL is not gonna move out anytime soon, and he can just easily macro up at this point of the game. Finally evening things out right now in terms of Harvester supply. It is now 70 against 68. Both players tied up. More gateways are being plopped down right here by BASA, so he's just gonna be focusing heavy on gateway units, as we do have 13 Mutals on the way for RaphaeL. Finally, we should see some harassment here coming out of the base of RaphaeL, which is actually a very awesome thing. Mutals are your best weapons in the situations like this, where the Protoss player is really turtling heavy and you have no idea what's happening. So it's a good thing to send in your Mutals to just do some damage. But again, still need to be careful. You don't want those Mutals to be caught by some of those observers, and that's gonna allow the Protoss player to position his units properly. But indeed, it looks like he is gonna try to do some damage with these 13 Mutals. 8 more Mutals are on the way, and actually making 10 more drones. Very nice play right here by RaphaeL. Very confident right now. But this is pretty late in the game, and he should have made those drones a little bit earlier. If ever he did, he could have done so much more with those drones. Oh, drop play right there, actually by this Warp Prism. Oh, interesting thought right here. Completely missed what happened, but looks like there is nothing really dealt with the damage right now, as we do see this drop or Warp Prism gonna get taken out, completely taken out by RaphaeL. Let's look at the units lost right now. Worker skill, nothing really thus far, and pretty much the 6 kills of RaphaeL right now is pretty much with that 1 Warp Prism and the 4 Zealots in it. Look at that, so many Mutals on the field right now. 14 more drones on the way right here for RaphaeL. RaphaeL so confident with droning up right now. It is now 72 against 70. Maybe because he is making a ton of spine crawlers. Look at that ice. This is really actually pretty awesome that we see so much spine crawler in the field. Very mandatory right now in the state of Zerg gameplay, because you do want to keep a lot of defense inside your base, especially with your Mutals roaming around the field. As we do see these Mutals are going to try to do some damage. Not really going to do that much, as he tried to take down the pylon, but the pylon did not go down. It is now 168 against 181. Zerg player in favor, as Psystorm is on the way. Thermalance is on the way, so he's actually, or Boss is actually going for different kinds of techs here. He is committing to gas heavy tech play. Let's see how it's going to turn out for him though, as it looks like he is setting up to go for a push out very shortly. Going to be plopping down a couple of those pylons, but looks like here we go. RaphaeL gonna try to do a little bit of harassment here inside the main base. Boss is gonna be forcing all those probes to run away. He was able to take down a couple of them, and now gonna try to take down this gas. Actually, Crudo Shield play right there. Very good play, and that's actually holding back the army of BASA a little bit longer. We do have BASA moving out right now. Let's see how much damage he's gonna be able to do. 194 against 161 right now. Spine crawlers go low right here. Gonna delay the push out here of BASA a lot longer than he wanted. These spine crawlers are very well spread. They're doing a ton of damage and not compiling them in one single location at all. The Roach is actually going southward. Might go for a counterattack here. I'm not really sure that's the best thing to see right now, as the spine crawlers are going to go down very quickly. This base right here of RaphaeL is very exposed. 187 against 165 right now. Let's see. Here we go. The Mutals are going to come in right now. Going to try to do some damage, and I don't think this is the best decision right here of RaphaeL. He is going to lose this base against the opening area right here of BASA though. That's actually not really ideal, and now the base of BASA or RaphaeL goes down. Looks like BASA is, or RaphaeL is most likely gonna lose all of these units right here, all the Roach army at least, because the rest of the army of BASA is on the way back right now. Good size right there, doing a lot of damage on those Mutals, but finally he's gonna be running away. Look at that, all the production hubs are actually on power right here. RaphaeL doing a very good job right here, doing ton of damage. There's actually a ton of Mutals right here in this composition. Let's look at the units tab. We have 32 in that composition alone. Very good stuff right there by RaphaeL, just massing his production of Mutalisk. And now we're back to making those spine crawlers. He needs to remake this hatchery as fast as he can. He is making another hatchery right here a little bit farther down south, and also right here by the gold expansion. He would definitely need that. And looks like BASA is going to move out again. 189 against 167. There are some high Templars on the field. Here we go. We are going to see this Mutals going to try to go for the third base of BASA. It's going to be another base race right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is still negative. Look at those spine crawls doing some damage, focusing fire on those Zealots. But again, there are just so many of these Stalkers on the field to take some damage for those Colossus. The Colossus are not taking damage at all, and more mules slowly popping out right here. There are no more units on the way for RaphaeL. 44 or 4 Spine Growers on the way, plus 2 attack on the way. 11 mules on the way for RaphaeL. And that's pretty much it. 196 against 167. All the defense that RaphaeL has is basically just these Spine Crawlers. But again, he was able to take down this base right here of BASA. Third base is gone. Second base, again, most likely gone. And BASA is looking really shaky. He needs to take this base as fast as he can in order to come back. But again, it looks like right now RaphaeL is just taking advantage of all of these open chokes right here, actually. And looks like it's turning into the favor that there's a good amount of entrances right here for the Zerg player. Good microwing right here by RaphaeL, actually. And now those high temperatures need to be careful. Don't want to get sniped off right there. RaphaeL is actually still supply max here. 5,000 minerals in banked and 1,000 in gas, and he's gonna be mined out right here in the main base. He does have a ton of money, but again, is he gonna be able to make use of that anytime soon? That is the question. Is it gonna help him out at all with this death ball of BASA right now that's completely balled up and really hard to take down? Oh, good size right there, taking out so many of those units. The units are low on HP right now. Needs to take all of those units away as fast as possible. Don't want to lose all of those on just side storms, and that's pretty much the first line of his defense. And all of these roaches, barely any roaches at all on the field. There's only 19 roaches in the field, 88 drones. That's actually overkill right now at this point. But then you do want to keep that amount. Yeah, 88. No, maybe 80. 80 is a good amount of drones. 88, a little bit too much. But again, it all depends on how many base you are mining from. Another forced cancel here again by BASA, not allowing RaphaeL to re-expand. There is another base here though. I don't think that BASA is aware of that base, and look at that, RaphaeL is gonna try to do the same thing, killing up so many of those probes right here. Oh, hurting so much right now. And now gonna try to take down some of the buildings right here inside the main base of BASA. BASA needs to blink inside his main base right now. Another harassment right here by these roaches. He doesn't want to get these roaches caught off guard and trying his best to run those away. Another harassment right here by the mineral line of BASA. BASA right now so starved in minerals. There's barely any mining happening inside the base of BASA right now. He is down to 12 probes. He needs to make more probes right now. But it is gonna be pretty difficult because there is just a ton of mules on the field right now. Look at all those mules just hovering around that ball as well. That ball in the air. Just don't get caught off guard. Don't get fungal. Don't get side storm. You're gonna be pretty much okay. It is now 200 again here for RaphaeL against 159. Damn, RaphaeL is he's already mined out so much at this point that he's not even worrying that he's not mining from any base at all. He's only mining from 2 bases as of this moment. Needs to mine from a third. This base is actually almost mined out right here. Looking pretty scary right now here for BASA, but again, he does still have that ball in his hands. That is always the key thing right here. He is gonna try to send out this Mutas. Ooh, we're gonna try to go do some damage here by the third base, or natural third base of RaphaeL, but looks like he is not gonna be able to do so. Force a castle here. Most likely he is gonna be able to do so. Look at the unit type right now. We have 41 Stalker on the field. We have 2 Colossus and 10 Zealots on the field. Here we go. We are gonna see the roaches charging in right now. Oh no, he's gonna lose a ton of these roaches right now for nothing at all. He was able to kill off a good amount of units here, or there's nothing here at all for RaphaeL now, and it's actually RaphaeL's actually planning to expand there. Wow, really play right here right now for RaphaeL. He knows that he pretty much has map control right here, but again, BASA need to keep in mind that there is still a strong chance right here for BASA to win this, because as far as I'm concerned, that this army or composition of RaphaeL is not nearly as enough to deal enough damage to the army composition that BASA has right now, and looks like he needs to transition to something a little bit more powerful to this army composition. He needs to make a couple of Corruptors to take down those Colossus. He needs to make a couple more of Roaches to counter all these Stalkers, and also some Zerglings as well. We do have a Dark Shrine on the way right now for BASA. This is pretty much gonna be a very tricky play right here. If ever BASA is gonna be able to pull things off, he might be able to do it with a ton of damage with some Dark Templars. Wow, look at this dead ball right here of RaphaeL just doing so much damage. Here we go, blinking right now. Those Star can try to do some damage. Look at all those mutas though, they're so low on HP. Don't get caught underneath a wave of stalkers though. It's really scary around that point. 193 against 154 right now. BASA can't even supply. Okay, BASA can't even max out. He's always a player block. He needs to remake a ton of pylons before he's able to produce anything at all actually. 15 Harvesters for BASA, 58 for RaphaeL. This is a pretty one-sided game as of this moment. Ooh, sniping off the queen right there. BASA's actually doing the smartest thing right here. He's just allowing his stalker army to do some damage. Look at this. Oh no, those mules are gonna go melt right now. Look at all those crucial side storms. Very good hits right there by BASA. Very nice side storms, and all of those mules are now in red and orange and has dwindled the number to 24 in the field. My god, this is so bad right now actually for RaphaeL. He's still supply blocked though, or supply cap. But then again, there's mostly mutas, and mutas are not really that good against this armor composition. As I have said, there's just so many stalkers in the field. Does he have good upgrades? He does have 2-2 and 1 in the shield. But base-wise, damn, BASA is really behind. We need to see some Broodlord play, maybe Infestors on the field, just to kill off this ball of stalkers. This is gonna be pretty difficult still for RaphaeL. I'm not still counting out BASA as of this moment, but now he has unsupplied block himself, and now is gonna be able to reproduce as well. Mining right here for another base. Right now he only has 2 Nexis on the field right now. Nexis. He should be able to do some damage with the stalkers again. But again, look at that carpet of Mutalisk. Oh my god, here we go. We are gonna see the engagement right here happening right now. Where are the Colossus going? The Colossuses are gonna get taken out right here. Very good play right here by BASA, or by RaphaeL, excuse me. But damn, so many moves just dwindled down again. More crafters finally popping out right now here for RaphaeL. That's actually the right thing to do, as he already has a hive right now. Does he have a greater spire? No, he doesn't have a greater spire as of this moment. This might be a pretty crucial part of the game where he might forget that one building and he is gonna engage. He's gonna be surprised whenever the corruptors pop out, and he's not gonna be able to make any of those broodlords because he doesn't have a greater spire as of this moment. RaphaeL just making more and more spine crawlers here. 33 mutas still in tab right here. 25 roaches, 2 infestors on the field. Both players actually just trying their best, and RaphaeL is actually just trying his best as well to figure out how am I gonna kill this guy. I can't deal with that army as of this moment. He's gonna do more damage here though. Gonna take down the forge. Let's see how much damage he's gonna be able to do. He's gonna try to take down more of these miners right here. BASA. But again, with the more miners he's killed, he is gonna lose a good amount of mules here as well. But again, he is just doing so much damage. 19 harvesters on the field right now for BASA. Look at that, 77 workers killed by RaphaeL. Very nice play. Look at that. Here we go. We are gonna see BASA pushing out right now. 140, 37, 165. Good size of they're landing on a good amount of corruptors. But again, there are still all of these mules on the field. The roaches are still doing some damage. Good funky road there, landing on a good amount of stalkers, and good size arms there again. Very nice play. Oh no, all those mules are comped up, and look at the army supply of RaphaeL dwindling down to nothing. Look at that, 107 against 100 now. Crucial side storms right there by BASA. Very nice play. Amazing stuff right there. And now BASA is in the fighting position right here, but we do have 6 rulers on the way. BASA still behind in food supply, behind in mineral count, but now he has a fighting chance as he has dwindled the mutable to 9. Oh my god, good job right here by BASA, and now just chewing his way through those spine crawlers. Is he gonna have enough though? That is the question. 1 or 92 against 96 right now. Oh my, Storms, they're landing as well on top of all those Brooders. The Brooders are just taking so much damage, nothing to tank for those Brood Lords. Those Roaches are still alive though, but again the Brooders have been focused right here. Very, very nice to play right here by BASA. BASA right now ahead in full supply. Archons have morphed in right now. This is gonna be the death push right here. RaphaeL right now 43 against 68, and now I cannot believe it. BASA most likely will be able to take this game. Very, very nice play. Stalkers or Dark Tempers are in the field here as well. Looks like the Dark Tempers actually did some damage here, killing off this base. And that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. 73 against 71. Look at the unit tab again. 2 Mulos in the field with 7 Roaches right now. It is not even gonna be closed, even though there is a ton of money banked up right there right now in RaphaeL's bag. He doesn't have enough production capacity or capabilities right now to reproduce that much and use that at the same time. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Crucial size right there by BASA, hitting a ton of those mutas. That's actually one of the mistakes right there of RaphaeL as well, is just maybe he misclicked that, or maybe he thought that he would have enough to clean things up. He should have had enough though. He could have had enough. But those side storms, those crucial side storms again, crazy stuff. Hives being focused fire now, even though he's mining from barely nothing at all. Oh my god, this is actually painful to watch for RaphaeL. I'm pretty sure RaphaeL right now is cringing in pain. He can't believe it. Oh my god, he can't believe it. There's still one more base right here at the bottom, but again, there's nothing really here to defend that. 59 against 87 is still pretty close though, if you think about it. No one really has a solid economy. We do have 29 harvests right now for BASA though, so he should be able to reproduce a couple more units. But again, all those scrubbers are gonna get caught off guard. RaphaeL doesn't really need to make a ton of, or he doesn't really need these drones right now. He needs to make some hatcheries. There you go. He needs to make some queens hatcheries and stuff. He has unlimited supply as of this moment. He's actually making 9 drones. Oh my god, he doesn't even know how much minerals he has right now. He can make some Zerglings. A ton of Zerglings actually can kill things off with this. Wow. Here we go, Broodlords right now walking and traveling towards that army. That's not really gonna be enough though. I don't believe it's enough, but we'll see though. Miracles do happen. And here we go, 4 Broodlords against a good amount of units right here. And BASA is not focusing fire on any of those Broodlords, but finally the Roaches coming into the frame. Those Broodlords are doing a ton of damage, and the Archons are still alive and kicking. There you go, the damage is being dealt quite heavily right here by BASA, and RaphaeL is gonna GG. Good game right here by BASA, taking this game off of RaphaeL. RaphaeL actually should have won that game. Like, there was no way. There was barely any chance for BASA to win that. But again, keep in mind, you do not end the game with Mutalisk. That's what all the pro players have been saying. He overcommitted to the Mutalisk and kind of misclicked there and took a side storm to the knee on those Mutalisks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any replays you want casted, please do not hesitate to send them to me at wawase2@gmail.com, and I will definitely try to cast it out as fast as I can. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out. I am out. Bye.